how is Giannis feeling in this moment right now? The trade just went down. We all know James Harden is with the Nets. James Harden, Kyrie Irving, KD. Big three, super team in the East. Now the prohibitive favorite to get out of the East and play the Lakers or the Clippers or whoever makes it out of the West. But how is Giannis feeling in this moment? He had 1 year left this offseason in his contract. And a lot of people would have advised him to play out his final year and revisit this conversation of a supermax at the end of this season, to see where the Bucks are, to see the landscape of the NBA, to see where he could go. If staying with Milwaukee would be the best course for him, or if there's other places where he might go that could bring him success. And to Giannis' credit, he's always said that he was going to stay with the Bucks. He always said that he owed them a lot for what they've done to his family, for giving him the chance, for developing him as a player. And he owned up to that. He signed a 5-year max contract, super max contract that ties him up with the Bucks going forward. And the Bucks repaid him by making a big trade for Holiday, trading a lot of first-round picks, and getting Giannis somewhat big three, Giannis, Holiday, and Middleton, to really make that next push, to really take him over the top, to try to get the Bucks into an NBA Finals and hopefully win an NBA championship. But now that the Nets have Harden, KD, and Kyrie, how does Giannis feel? Does he feel like he made a mistake? Does he feel that he should have played out the last year of his contract? Does he realistically think that he has a path to the NBA Finals? Giannis, Holiday, and Middleton versus KD, Kyrie, and Harden. I think Giannis really needs to take a look in the mirror and develop his game, because as currently constructed, there's a lot of teams that could just hunker down and take Giannis away from the Bucks. The Heat have Bam. The Celtics have Brown. And those are the teams that have given him trouble. The Nets might not have a stopper for Giannis, but KD's tall enough. Giannis might be able to muscle him. They did lose Jared Allen, so we'll see how they match up. Giannis, Holiday, Middleton against KD, Kyrie, and Harden. I give the advantage to the Nets, but they don't have a lot of defense in there, so we'll see. Holiday is a good defender. Giannis is an elite defender. Middleton, he could defend somewhat. He's at least 6'7". So I'm excited to see how that plays out. I'm excited to see if Giannis develops his game. But I'm just worried that Giannis might be already regretting his Supermax contract just a couple months into it, seeing that now he has to go through this gauntlet of KD, Kyrie, and Harden, and he struggled to get past the Heat or the Celtics, or it seems like teams could just really take him out. So he might not even get to play the Nets. Like, he's already struggling to get through those first few rounds, and now if he does potentially make it to the Eastern Conference Final, he has to play against KD, Kyrie, and Harden. It just seems really, really, really tough. And I'm a big Giannis fan. I want him to get a championship. I want him to bring a championship to the Bucks, even though I'm a Lakers fan. But I really like this guy, and we'll see how it plays out for him. I think he should have played it. I think he should have played out the last year of his contract, and then seen where he could have gone. But he's European, and a lot of people say that European players are more loyal to their NBA franchise, so that makes kind of sense. But I'm kind of worried that already just 2-3 months in, he's already having second doubts. He might not. He might just think that he's good enough. He's the reigning MVP, two-time MVP. So defensive player of the year. So he might think he's good enough to just do it on his own. Or now that he has Holiday and Middleton, they are 9-4. I believe they have the best record in the East. So, and they do play today on Monday. They do play today, the Nets versus the Bucks. So we'll see how that game plays out. Kyrie won't be in that game, so we won't get to see them at full force. And we still need to see a lot of gelling to be done with the Nets. They need to figure out the rotation, who gets the ball. So this is definitely not like a final product. And I will say this. People seem to forget that towards the end of the season, there's a lot of players that get bought out and teams get stronger. So we'll see. We'll see which players get bought out and which teams are able to get those players that get bought out. Because I'm pretty sure the Bucks are going to be looking for players. The Nets are going to be looking for rim protector, defenders. A lot of contenders always are trying to fill out their rosters. So we'll see. Keep an eye out on who gets bought out towards the end of the season. And I really hope Giannis takes that next step in his game. I really hope Holiday is everything that the Bucks wished for when they traded everything they did for him. And Middleton has been playing better this season, so I hope he keeps on playing like that, and I hope he shows up in the playoffs. And I'm dying to see a Bucks versus Nets Eastern Conference Final, and who knows how that goes. It'll be really exciting. I really want that. Almost as bad as I wanted a Lakers Clippers Western Conference Final last year. I'm rooting for a Bucks versus Nets Eastern Conference Final. I just really want to see Holiday, Giannis, Middleton versus KD, Kyrie, and Harden. That would be amazing. I'm dying to see that. But now let's touch on the Nets.